My child, take a deep breath and be still for a moment. You have been running, worrying, and trying to hold everything together, but right now I want you to rest in me. You do not have to earn my attention or prove your worth to stay in my presence. I have loved you before you drew your first breath, and I have never stopped watching over you, even in the hours when you felt forgotten. There are things pressing on your heart that no one else seems to understand. You speak to others and they nod, but they cannot see the weight you carry inside. I see it. Every quiet ache, every silent prayer, every moment you smile while feeling empty within. None of it escapes me. When you sit in silence and wonder if I'm still near, I am closer than the air that fills your lungs. I am the peace that keeps you breathing when you think you cannot take another step. You keep trying to fix everything at once. Your plans, your mistakes, your relationships, your future. But I never asked you to carry all of that alone. You are not failing because you are tired. You are tired because you have forgotten that I am here to carry you. Lay it down, my child. Lay down the weight of what you think you must be, and allow me to remind you who you already are. Chosen, known, and loved without condition. When you look back, you will see that I have been in every season of your life. The nights that felt endless were not punishments. They were the soil where new faith began to grow. The doors that closed were not rejections. They were protections you could not yet understand. Every delay, every detour, every unanswered prayer has been part of a greater story, a story where you are never abandoned. I know how easy it is to doubt when you cannot see the outcome. You live in a world that celebrates speed and results, but I work in the quiet, patient rhythm of eternity. I am shaping you slowly, tenderly, so that when blessings come, your heart is strong enough to hold them. Trust that my timing is never late. It only feels delayed because you measure time by minutes, and I measure it by transformation. When you fall, do not hide from me. I never look at you with disgust or disappointment. I look at you as a father watches a beloved child learning to walk. There is no anger when you stumble, only arms ready to lift you again. Grace is not a reward for perfection. It is the light that guides you back when you lose your way. My Spirit is not distant. The Holy Spirit whispers within you every day, in the quiet nudges to forgive, in the sudden peace that makes no sense, in the warmth that fills your chest when you pray. Those are not coincidences. That is my presence reminding you that you are never alone. Pause here for a moment, my beloved. Feel your heart beat. Every rhythm is a reminder that I am still sustaining you. Every breath is evidence of my faithfulness. You are not forgotten. You are not too far gone. You are not behind. You are exactly where I can reach you. When you choose kindness over anger, when you forgive instead of retaliate, when you pray instead of panic, you are drawing heaven closer to earth. Every small act of love echoes through eternity. You do not need a perfect faith. You need a willing heart. My child, if this message finds you weary, let it be your sign to rest. Not the kind of rest the world sells, but the rest that comes from trusting me. I have not called you to exhaustion. I have called you to peace. Be still and know that I am God. Not only over the universe, but over your fears, your finances, your relationships, your future, and your heart. Now, before you continue, take a simple step. If anything in these words has brought comfort to your soul, pause and acknowledge it. When you press like or leave a comment about what spoke to you, you are not doing it for me. You are doing it for yourself. You are marking this moment in your own heart, saying, I receive this peace. I want to remember this truth. Writing what touched you helps you hold on to it when life grows loud again. You wonder sometimes if you are still on the right path. You are. Even when you feel lost, I am guiding your steps. You cannot ruin my plan with a single wrong turn. I weave every choice into a greater design. The detours are not punishments. They are lessons wrapped in disguise. Let go of the need to understand every reason. Faith is not built on answers. It is built on trust. Remember what my Son, Jesus, showed you. Love is the highest calling. He did not come to count your failures, but to reveal the depth of my mercy. When you forgive yourself, you honor His sacrifice. When you show grace to others, you reflect His heart. The cross was never meant to remind you of shame. It was meant to remind you that you are free. Do not fear the future. I am already there, preparing what you will need before you even ask. Each morning you wake is another chance to begin again. When you talk to me, you do not need perfect words, just honesty. Speak to me the way you would speak to a friend who loves you endlessly. I listen to every whisper, even the ones you never say aloud. When doubt creeps in, remember that faith does not erase fear, it transforms it. Courage is not the absence of uncertainty. It is moving forward while trusting that I walk beside you. Even your smallest prayers move mountains in ways you cannot yet see. My child, I know you crave signs, proof that I am at work. Look around you. The sunlight that warms your face, the stranger who smiled at you, the thought that reminded you to keep going. These are all pieces of my reassurance. I am not silent. I am speaking in gentle ways every day. You only need to slow down long enough to notice. I am not asking you to be perfect. I am asking you to be present. Be present in your moments, in your love, in your gratitude. When you thank me for small blessings, you open space for greater ones to flow. Gratitude is the language of faith. It builds bridges between your prayers and my answers. Do not let guilt hold you prisoner. When I forgive, I forget. Stop replaying what I have already redeemed. Let go of yesterday, for I am doing a new thing in you. The lessons of your past were never meant to define you. They were meant to refine you. I can turn every failure into wisdom, every heartbreak into compassion, every loss into new beginnings. As you walk forward, remember this. My plans for you are filled with hope. They are not fragile. They do not expire because of your mistakes. When you align your heart with mine, even the storms that scare you become the winds that carry you to new places. And when life feels uncertain again, as it surely will, return to this stillness. Close your eyes, breathe, and whisper my name. I will be there. Not as a distant echo, but as the Father who never left your side. If these words remind you of my peace, let them live beyond this moment. Subscribe not for content, but for connection, to keep returning to spaces that lift your spirit and feed your faith. Share this message if it brings light to you, because someone near you may need the same reminder, that they are loved, seen, and not alone. When you share hope, you multiply it. My beloved, you do not have to chase miracles. You are living inside one. Every beat of your heart, every sunrise you wake to, every second chance is evidence that heaven is still at work in you. You have not missed your purpose. It is unfolding even now. So rest in my presence tonight. Let go of the noise. Let go of the striving. I am not measuring you by your accomplishments. I am holding you by my grace. My mercy is new every morning, and my promises do not fade. Be at peace, my child. You are safe in my hands. You are loved beyond measure. You are exactly where you need to be to begin again.